Hey house guests, welcome to today's Celebrity Big Brother 2 updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day. We've got Bonnie Perkins, Catherine B, and Ingrid Marinoff. Sean said, "Wah!" Thank you guys so much for the support. We really appreciate it and could not do this without you. And we think you're amazing. Oh my goodness. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Okay. So a lot has been happening. But seriously, y'all gotta do the most on my mom's daughter's birthday. I cannot, okay? I cannot. Seriously, no. Did you catch that? It's my birthday. But anyway, this house has been absolutely insane. You know that saying, we make plans and God laughs? I'm gonna modify that to Tom makes plans and then Tom laughs at his own jokes and changes them. He changes his own plans a million times. So, yesterday, when we left off, he was gonna put up Joey and Candy and then like see what happens with the veto, one of them goes. He didn't really have a clear target. I guess maybe Joey would have been the #1 target, but it really would have come down to the power of veto. But then Tom was talking to Kato, as he does, and he's really paranoid about Ricky again. As he does, as he was. So he's worried now that Ricky has like a separate thing going with Lolo and Natalie, because whenever he brings up concerns about Ricky, the girls are always very quick to defend him, and the next day Ricky will come to him and be like, oh, I'm so excited about team fun, it's so awesome, it's so great. So it's like he's sharing these concerns with Natalie and Lolo, and then they go right ahead and tell Ricky, which is true, that does happen. And then Ricky tries to make up for it, you know, he tries to fix it. So he's realizing there's something else going on here. So he's asking Kato, do we really want to go to the final 5 with Ricky? He's like, if you look at this from a chess standpoint, he's always talking about chess. He's like, what if the girls ditch us and go to the end without us? You know, they go to the end with Ricky instead of us. So Kato is like, well, I don't think the girls would turn on us. I mean, Tom makes a good point. That could happen. But do you really need to take him out right now? I feel like it might be a little soon for that, but like that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know. So Tom, then again, it is a really shortened game, so people are going to be making power moves quickly, you know? So Tom is like, all right, hear me out. I'm thinking maybe we should backdoor Ricky this week. You know, instead of putting up Joey and Candy, put up Candy and Tamar, because then we'll have the votes if Ricky is up against one of the girls. It's more risky to have Ricky up against Joey, because everybody could just be like, we want Joey out. Like, we're going to vote him out. But if it's Ricky up there against one of the girls, they'll probably get rid of Ricky. So usually, because we've seen this conversation, we've heard this conversation so many times, Tom being worried about Ricky. And usually Kato will be like, you know what, I hear your concerns, but I really think that Ricky is with us. Well, this time, Kato is actually on board. He's like, yeah, today was the first time that I felt like Ricky was trying to spy on us, and this is the move to make. If you're trusting your gut, I'm with you 100%. So Tom is like, okay, cool. I'll put up Candy and Tamar, and then we have a few days to figure out if we're going to put Ricky up. We'll have a few days to observe his actions and see how Lolo and Natalie react, and we'll see. So then Ricky joins them. That always happens. Isn't that crazy? So he asks them, are you guys still feeling good about the plan? And Tom is like, I'm still kind of kicking things around. But I really want to know who got the power of the publicist, because Big Brother told them that there is a, you know, secret power in play. I don't think they told them exactly what it does, but they told the house guests that it could get them out of a sticky situation, and I think they were just assuming that it means you can, like, keep yourself off the block, which is true. So the guys are split. They're thinking it's either Candy or Joey at this point who has it, And Ricky's like, you know what, it doesn't even matter because we have the numbers and it shouldn't change anything. We can still follow through with what we wanted to do initially, or plan 50, whatever we're up to. And he didn't say that, I'm saying that. And it shouldn't be a problem. So Ricky is telling Tom, stick to the plan, put up Joey and Candy, and it'll all be good. So then after Ricky leaves, Tom is still unsure of what to do. Surprise, surprise. I mean, if last week was any indication, we had to know that Tom's HOH was going to be a shit show, right? I mean, it's a lot. So, Tom is, this is ridiculous. So then Tom tells Kato, the smartest move at Final 5 would be for us to team up with Ricky and take out the girls. So we just reverse the move and use it to our advantage. What? What? Okay, so anyway, then it was time for the nomination ceremony, and after all of that, Tom puts up Joey and Candy. He's gonna stick with the original nominations, but he does, you know, still have the opportunity to backdoor Ricky. I guess he's hoping that they'll win the veto and be able to save Joey so that Ricky will be up there against Candy. But then again, there's always that power in play, like who knows who has it. So after the nominations, Joey's like, it's just a game. I'm not taking it personally. Cool, cool, cool. Tight, tight, tight. But Candy, I didn't see her reaction right after the nominations, but everybody was saying that she's so upset. But on the flip side, they're saying, well, she's so upset, it must mean that she doesn't have the power, because if she had the power, she wouldn't be freaking out. So it, like, kind of gets her off the hook, but this is Tom's HOH week, so no, it does not. All right, so then Joey swore on his daughter that he doesn't have the power, so they're like, all right, that's probably pretty legit, because he's like a very straight up person. So now Tom is obsessed with finding out who has this power. It turns into a real witch hunt. He's like, ooh, this is fun. It feels like a murder mystery. Like, I'm gonna have a good time with this. It's Miss Peacock with the revolver in the library or whatever. So he's like, you know what? It's not like we have anything better to do tonight. I mean, really. So I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. So it was like all fun and games at first, and then it's really tearing this game apart. So people are now bringing up Tamar as a suspect. They think, you know what? She's been in too good of a mood lately. She's been really quiet. She's cleaning. Damn, what does that say about someone? So they're thinking, you know what? Maybe she has it and she's feeling safe and not worried about being backdoored. Plus, they figure maybe the viewers voted for her because they enjoy her drama. Yeah. So, they're like, okay, well, we can win the veto, take down Joey, put up Tamar, and make her use her power so it's just, like, flushed out of here. So then Tom is like, all right, I'm going to go see what's up with Tamar, see if I can get any info out of her. And Ricky warns him, you go ahead and do that, but just be prepared because she might snap at you. So Tom is like, it's fine. Like, I don't care if people yell at me. It's going to be fun. Okay. So, I mean, Tom is always looking at this, not only on a game level, but like on a TV level. He wants to make sure that this show is going to be good. So he just has one of those minds where, like, obviously he's made TV before. So he knows what he wants it to look like, what storylines he wants. So he is trying to stir things up here as well. And oh my God, Tom is paranoid that Ricky actually has the power and is trying to throw him off the scent by saying that Tamar has it. Okay, so then, just for the record too, the rumor is online that Tamar has it because she had the most hashtags on Twitter. So, I don't know, we'll find out tonight for sure. But anyway, Tom goes to the hotel bedroom to talk to Tamar. And Tamar's like, I don't have this damn thing if that's what you're here for. If I had it, I would have said something. I don't think she would have said something, but okay. I mean, really, why would the person who has it tell anybody? Why? Why would you tell anybody? So she's like, if you don't believe me, go ahead and put me up. That sounds to me like somebody who knows that they would be safe if they go up. So Tom is like, no, I don't think you have it. I put up the 2 people that I think might have it. So I'm just trying to see, like, what's going on here. has Candy said anything to you about it? I know you guys are like sort of friends. And Tamar's like, well, she didn't say either way to me if she has it or not. So Tom asks, well, do you want to ask her for me and let me know what she says? And Tamar's like, and then what? You know, what happens after that? So then Tom's like, well, and then I'll know. So Tamar says, you'll know, and then what? I'm going up next week. So Tom is like, well, something is gonna happen this week. And he says someone's gonna win the veto, someone's gonna get pulled off. So, okay, here's where it starts to go off the rails quite a bit. So when Tom says that, to me, listening to it, I hear, I gotta make a decision here. I'm just trying to get as much info as possible, you know? I'm worried about this week. But Tamar took it as, so you're saying if I don't ask her, you're gonna put me up? Is that what's happening? Are you threatening me, Sabrina? Tom says, no. What I'm saying is, you know, whoever has the power and isn't telling us should go up. So then Tamar's like, she really does not like this. She says she's in her feelings. And she tells Tom, don't become that person. You're not that person. I don't do threats. So again, I think she misinterpreted what Tom was saying. I don't think he was trying to threaten her, but that is definitely the way that she took it. I could see why she would think that. I could see, like, hearing that, why she would feel like he's threatening her, but I really don't think that he was. And Tom's like, I'm not being that dude. I don't think you have it. I meant that I want your help because if I don't find out who has it, I might make a huge mistake and nominate the wrong person. So Tamar still thinks that he was trying to threaten her, and they're just going back and forth. And then Tom's like, I always have fun talking to you, like even right now. I think this is a fun banter that's gonna look good on the show, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, honestly, I would be afraid to threaten you because I don't want to get into it with you. I've seen how you can throw down. I don't want to get into a big thing with you, Tamar Braxton. I just love when people call other people by their full names. I just think it's fun. But anyway, after that conversation was over, Tamar was kind of laughing, but you could tell like she was pissed. She's going to be talking about this later. So after the conversation's over, Tamar is telling her new BFFs, Joey and Candy, that Tom threatened her. Oh my god. So, just a side note, I think it's really nice that Tamar and Candy are getting along now. Okay, so anyway, Tamar says she will not be bullied. I am really enjoying watching Tamar on this season, but girl, you are not getting bullied. You are not getting bullied. Come on. So Joey's like, I'm not good at this. I like the head-to-head comps. You know, I can't. It's ridiculous. I don't like it. So that's all he ever says. So then meanwhile, Tom, Kato, Natalie, and Lolo are in the gym. They put their hands together for Final Four. It's all good in the hood. But then Tom is like, we're going to find out who has the power and we're going to put that person up. So the guys are like, okay, please promise us that you don't have the power and that you don't know who has the power. And the girls are like, we promise. You know, we've been trying to figure this out all freaking day. It is driving everyone insane. And that includes the live feed viewers because it has been a lot. So I just have to say, wouldn't that be crazy if one season Big Brother claims that there's like this secret power out there and somebody has it, but then like not actually give it to anyone? You remember on, I think it was season 2 of BB Can when Big Brother told them that somebody broke a light and they were like all being punished for it, but it turns out like nobody actually broke a light. They were just trying to like cause drama and get everyone to accuse each other. That would be fun to watch. But anyway, Tom is destroying his alliance. He wants clarification. He wants to know if they're in a Final Four or a Final 5 with Ricky. So Lolo freaking snaps. She's like, I can't do this again. You know our alliance. Our alliance is 5. I appreciate how you overthink, Tom, but sometimes you overthink to paranoia. Amen. And she says, I'm not cool with that. You're going into the paranoia thing, and that's when we start to dismantle. She says, I'm a team player. She starts getting emotional here. I'm a team player. I'm loyal. I evicted one of my Olympic teammates to show you how loyal I am. Do you guys think that Lolo was in the Olympics? She never mentions it. So she's like, I can't have this. You know, we went through this with Tamar. Couldn't do it. I will not have another teammate like Tamar. So then Tom's like, all right, I know what's happening. And he leaves. So the girls are alone in the gym. And they're worried that they've got another Tamar on their hands. So Lolo's like, you know what? Tom is going to be vulnerable next week. He can't play in the HOH. Maybe we should be making some moves. And then the guys are alone. They're talking, Tom and Kato. And Tom was like, all right, this shows that the girls have a separate deal with Ricky. So then the guys do go back into the gym a few minutes later. Tom and Lolo both apologize to each other because it really escalated. And Tom is saying, okay, here's why I'm freaking out and getting really paranoid about this. He says he thinks that Ricky has the power and he's trying to drive a wedge into their group because he is like, he could go with either Natalie and Lolo or Tom and Kato, and at the final 5, he's gonna like pick one side and then take out the other. So Tom is like, here's what we can do. If the power veto is used, we can put Tamar up. If she doesn't have the power, then whoops, she goes, or Candy goes, whoever, and then that's that. And then he says, we'll know that Ricky has it, which is not true, but okay. And then Tom's saying, or I could just put Ricky up as the replacement right away, and then we'll know for sure if he has it or not. And we'll know if he's lying to us or not. So Natalie's like, whoa, it's way too soon for that. I don't think it's a good idea. He's going to get upset about it. Yeah. So then Lolo's saying, Ricky was really excited to work with you guys. I don't think that that's going to go over well. So then they have to pause that conversation because Joey comes in and Tom asks him, do you have the power? And Joey's like, I don't have it. I swear I don't have it. Blah, 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 blah. So Lolo calls him out and she's like, okay, I gotta stop you for a second because you said in the past that you're not into alliances, but I hear that you're trying to make alliances all over the place and you may not be a good liar, but you have said one thing and done another. So maybe that's what's happening here. And Joey's like, no, I don't have the power. And there's a difference between trying to form an alliance and being asked to join one. I feel like Joey definitely did try to form an alliance, but okay. So then Joey's asking them, like, who do you think has the power? So they're talking about, they pretty much narrowed it down to either Tamar or Ricky having it. And then Ricky comes in and he busts up this conversation. So just a little thing here. Apparently Ricky was in the diary room for just like a few minutes and then he went straight up to the gym. So because that happened, now Kato thinks that Ricky definitely has it because he's like, oh man, the diary room probably told him to come right up here and break it up because they told him that we were talking about it or whatever. Oh, this paranoia, my goodness. Okay, so Ricky is alone with Tom and he tells him, you're obsessed. Like this whole thing of trying to figure out who has the power, it's consuming you and it's like taking your eyes off the prize here. So it seems like Ricky is getting really annoyed that this is all anyone's talking about. So, right? So then later, Lolo's talking to Kato and she's like, you need to calm Tom down because he is freaking everyone out with his obsession. It's really rubbing people the wrong way and we have the numbers no matter what. So like we don't need to be freaking out about this. So then Lolo and Natalie, Eva Marie, were talking to Ricky and this is where, I mean, some of Tom's concerns are valid because they're asking him, remember when you told us that you would go to the end with us? Is that still legit? And Ricky says, yeah, as long as you guys have my back, I have yours. I can't really blame them for like setting up multiple options, right? But I have to say, like, what Tom is saying is true. So they were talking about how they would even consider putting Tom up next week because this is just, it's rubbing them the wrong way. So then later, they also warned Ricky that Tom suspects that he may have the power and he's going to have, or one of them is going to have to win the veto and keep the nominations the same so that he won't go up on the block. All right, so then last night, Candy was talking to Tom and Kato about, guess what? The power. Because they were asking her again if she had it. And she's like, I'm really upset because even if I did have the power, would I have ever used it against you? Tom is like, I just want to know regardless. And Candy's like, even if I tell you I don't have it, you still won't believe me. So what is the point of asking me? So then Candy pulls Ricky in. She's starting to get emotional. She's like, can you please come over here? And she asks, when I was talking to you last week, who did I say I would never vote against ever? And Ricky's like, I don't remember having that conversation. He's like, I just woke up. I don't know. So Candy's like, she was talking about Tom and Kato because they had her back before in the first week. And I think Candy had assumed that they had like this unspoken agreement that they were kind of like working together, but they never had like an official alliance. So Candy is like, okay, that conversation happened. And Ricky's like, I'm not saying it didn't, but I don't remember it. So she's really frustrated that Tom and Kato don't believe her when she says that she does not have this power. So like they're still kind of talking about it. Ricky snaps. He's like, do you guys understand that this is a game and part of the game is putting people on the block and then them getting evicted? So why are you guys acting all bitch made? Whoa, I've never heard that phrase before. Bitch made? Damn. So he said it's part of the effing game. Do you guys think he's gonna feel the same way when it's him possibly up on the block? I have this thing. I don't like when people who have never been up on the block ridicule the way that people that are on the block are acting. It just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. But Candy says, she's still calm. She's not like yelling or anything, but she's like, I understand that it's part of the game. If they keep asking me about the power, I'm gonna tell them how I feel about it. So at this point, she starts crying a little bit, and Ricky's like, learn from people who have gone before us. Ryan took it well. He left this house smiling. You know, we have to learn how to win and lose gracefully. Only one of us is gonna win this thing. So Tom is just apologizing to Candy. He's like, I'm sorry. We won't ask you again. Like, I hate seeing you cry. I'm sorry. So where are we right now? Let's talk about like just some little other things from last night. Just some closing thoughts on last night. Natalie and Lolo aren't sure at this point if they want to go to the end with Ricky or with Tom and Kato. They are definitely undecided, but what they do know is that they are ride or die for each other. Whatever they do, it's going to be together. And this whole situation is, I feel like it's really pushing them more towards Ricky than towards Tom and Kato. So Tom and Kato still want to backdoor Ricky, whether he has the power or not. I don't know if your alliance is going to survive this. So then today, Lolo tells Tom, you need to pick a plan and stick to it, because there were way too many pivots yesterday. It was exhausting. So Tom tells her and Natalie that he still wants to backdoor Ricky. Lolo is pushing back big time. She is worried that Joey is going to target her and Natalie next week if he wins HOH, and there is definitely a possibility of that. Strong possibility. But Tom is like, no, we'll protect you. And Lolo's like, okay, what if both of us are up on the block and none of us win the power veto? What are we going to do then? You know, I'm not going to agree to your plan until you give me a solution for that. So she keeps telling him, sure, it might be good for you to get rid of Ricky, but like we're in the same boat with Joey. We can't trust him. So it's like you're putting your needs ahead of the rest of the group. I mean, he's the HOH, but I mean, you want to find a compromise that works for everybody in the group. I don't know, whatever. This is not alliance counseling. So she's telling him it's not a definite no from her, but she's also definitely not sold on it yet. So Team Fun is like really falling apart today. Tom was telling Kato, if we can't carry out this plan, we might have to break off our alliance with the girls. What? You can't just like break off alliances with people in this game. I feel like if you're not with someone, you're against them, right? You can't do that. So I don't know what they're thinking or if that would actually happen. But whoa, this alliance is not looking good at this point. So the veto competition is today. Thank God, because we really need a break. It's exciting, but it's also exhausting to watch. So Tom, Joey, and Candy are all playing, of course. And then the 3 extra players are Lolo, Natalie, and Dina. Do you guys think that Lolo and Natalie are going to throw this? Because it's really going to show their cards if they win this and they don't use it. Tom's going to be pissed. But if they win it and they do use it, then Ricky might go up. Like, I don't know. It's going to be tough for them. So I could totally see them throwing it. But we'll see. So if you guys want to check back later, if it's done at a normal time, I will post the winner in the info for this spoiler. So let me know what you guys think about all that. And until tomorrow, much love.